particular thing. I'm going to be sharing some pictures, and I must warn you, some of them may be quite uncomfortable to look at. As I share those pictures, I want you to see them as God taking you out into the sun, outside, and saying, look up in the stars. These stars you can see. If I could create them and put them in the position where they are, I can do much more. Because I believe that was probably what went through Abraham's mind for him to believe the Lord at the time. He must have looked at the stars and said, hold on. If God who created the stars can create them and keep them in place, that means he can answer my prayers. And at that point he believed. Praise the Lord. Can I just have the first picture, please? On the 15th of April, I had an accident, a home accident. I just put normal coconut milk in the microwave. This is something I've done for the past 10 years of my life. Almost that cup, I've used it for more than at least 5 years. And the moment I put it and it heated up, I opened the microwave. My children were sat by the dining, and I pulled the cup out, held it on my left hand. And I said, I wanted to close the microwave. At that point, you would think, even if the milk had hit boiling point, what it normally would do, it would overflow in the microwave, or the fact that I brought it out, temperature should have brought it down. But as I held the milk, I heard a bang sound. It was an explosive sound, and it was right on my face. So immediately that happened, I screamed, and I ran to the sink. I turned the tap on. The first thing that came to my mouth was, when I poured the water and I did like this, I tried opening my eyes, I could see, I said, thank God, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I was just pouring the water. And my husband rushed in and saw me. And obviously, we were trying to find a way. What happened? What happened? All the children could say, whoa, it just exploded. Whoa, I was in pain. I can't explain the pain. And I was pouring the water. It was like the more I poured it, the pain was worse. And I said, Eto, please, just go out, go and look for aloe vera. Because that was the first thing that came to my mind. I said, go and look for aloe vera anywhere in the store. And Eto drove almost around the whole of Manchester in all the African Asian stores. He could not get aloe vera. And this was something I commonly buy in the stores on a daily basis. That day, aloe vera was not available. And I was on that tap. I didn't move. At the point, I was crying. I was wailing because the pain was unbearable. My son came close and he held me. I said, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. He said, Mom, boy, if I leave, who will take care of you, I said, I don't know. And I heard him. He left. I went and started murmuring something. I was just pouring the water on my face. Next thing I heard him saying to Jedediah, you don't need to pray. I've already prayed for mommy. Don't pray anymore. I've prayed for mommy. I wasn't listening, but my whole mind, I was like, God, how can this happen now? This is not a good time. I can't be tied down in the house or in the hospital. I was under the sink for almost 20 minutes after Ethel had driven round, and he called back. Jedediah picked the phone and he said, I can't find aloe vera. I'm coming back. We'll have to go to A&E. I said, okay, just come back. And the moment he came back, we took a pack of iced peas, a pack of peas from the freezer, and I put it on my face. And we started driving to the hospital. Driving to MRI was a long journey for me, because the milk obviously poured on my hands. So the pain was not just on my face, my hands were burning as well. And when we got to MRI, I got in, I explained myself, and they gave me 10 minutes. The nurse called me in. I had a pack of ice on my face. Thank God for our melanin skin. The nurse looked at me and she said, what happened? My face then had turned like black, She couldn't see properly the impact But she knew that some burn must have occurred. So she gave me some painkillers. She took my blood pressure and all. And she took me into a room within the MRI. And my husband at the time was trying to find a place to park. So when I went into the room, she said, I'm coming back, I'm coming. And she went away. And came back with that gel mask. Put it over my face. It was like something cooling just went all across my body. I said, can I have some for my hands? She couldn't get any more. So she was like, I don't have it. I said, cut part of the one on my face and give me, I need it for my hands. And she did that. A couple of minutes, some doctors came in to assess me. And when they assessed me, they took me upstairs to another ward and said they were going to observe me for a couple of hours. And whilst I was there, at some point that the gel on the mask ran out and the pain started. Obviously they had given me morphine, given me codeine, and it was like it had worn out. I said, I want another one. They said no, that the dose of morphine they've given me, they can't give me any more. And where did I get the gel mask? The nurses asked me in the ward. I said, how do you mean? The nurse gave it to me downstairs. He said, we don't stock that here in this hospital. We don't have it here. I said, but someone gave me this downstairs. Said, we don't have that in MRI. Said, I'm going to ring to find out. I said, okay, the first nurse that gave me medication, find out. I should have that on my record. And a couple of minutes later, she came back. The ward manager, probably the chief nurse there, said to me, the nurse that gave you this mask stole it from the paramedics and the ambulance. That was her word. She stole it from the paramedics and the ambulance. I'm like, what do you mean by stealing? She said, we don't stop that here. We don't have it in the whole hospital. So I can't help you with it. What we can do is we can discharge you and instruct your GP to provide you with the required medications that you need. I said, fine, I want to go home. So they allowed me go home. On my way back, something still told me, go and buy aloe vera. So I said to Ethel, I said, let's drive to Mustang. Let's go and try it. We may still have. And when we drove to Mustang, we saw one aloe vera in the whole store. That was the only one left. We bought it and I came home. Whilst I was in the hospital, it was like I just heard someone say to me, take a photograph every day. I was like, for me, I was like, for what? Anyway, let me even snap and see what I look like in this mask. That was me fooling around. I didn't know that God was trying to use that to show me something. And when we got the aloe vera and I came back home, and I said to my husband that I need to snap every day to monitor the progress of my healing. He said, but you don't need to. This is torturing yourself. Why would you want to be looking at this? I said, no, I just want to. And I blended the aloe vera. Well, he did it for me. Blended the aloe vera. And we got Manuka oil, Manuka honey. How did I remember aloe vera? In secondary school, when we relaxed our hair and it burns, we use aloe vera to kind of reduce the pain. That was why my mind went to aloe vera. And honey. I remember one of my children had burns sometimes. And when they were dressing it, they said it's honey-based dressing. So I said, okay, buy honey. Let me mix both of them, bro, at least till the hospital gets back to me. And that was what I applied for the night. The next day I rang the GP and we said we had a burn incident. Can we flip to the second photograph? And I need some medication and some cream. By then my face was twice the size, obvious. No, the second one. And they said, I will not receive your discharge certificate. There's nothing we know to give you. I mean, we've not received anything about your treatment, so we can't give you anything. And there's no record to show that you had a break on your skin. So my husband was like, can't you even call her in to assess her and see what she looks like? And he said, I mean, coming in is wasting of time, but if you want to, you can, but there's nothing we can really do. And I said, you know what, I don't need to come in if you can't help me. But that was God. He wanted to take the glory all for himself. And obviously the third picture, which is the one after this, was by the third day, my face began to peel. Third day. Because every morning I will wake up, have my bath, and take a photograph of what it looks like. And why I was doing that, I couldn't explain. This was day 3. If we flip to day 4, on this day 3, I didn't know what else to do. I said, God, I couldn't cry anymore. I couldn't pray. So that day, I took the children for swimming, so it was just me in the house. And I cried my heart out to God. And I said, Father, this cannot happen. Not now. Not at this stage in my life. I need you to do something. And the 4th day came. And the 5th day came. The 5th day was when the Lord showed up. If we move to the 5th day, one of our leaders in church came and visited me at home. And he prayed for me. I made a prayer. He said, just like when God took a rib from Adam and replaced it without anybody noticing, that is the sort of healing that we're trusting God for on your behalf. And I held on to that word. And I said, God, that is what I want. Healing that it would not show that this happened. This was the 5th day. By the next morning, if we move to the next one, which is the 6th day, after that prayer was made, I woke up in the morning and it looks like someone had come in the night and dusted off the remaining parts of my face and began to recolor it. And I was like, hold on, is this the same person? What happened? What's the difference? I had to make a collage of the 2 pictures to be able to understand what God had done. And I said, could this be why he wanted me to record it? So that I can see. This was the 6th day. And the 7th day. And I carried on. The healing process began. By the 12th day, 12 days, if you had seen me, you would not believe anything happened. Because by the time people came and saw me with the scar, in fact, the scar on my hand is not completely gone. That's to show that God just intentionally cleared my face to show me that he is still at the business of miracle working. And when I woke up in the morning on the 12th day and I looked at my face and I said, what happened? How did this happen?
Hallelujah.
The whole thing went.
Yes, God.
Went.
Glory.
And I cried my heart out again. Because this was God at work. And I'm encouraging everyone here. What God can do. This is me. Less than 3 weeks after the accident. I mean, if I had come last week, you wouldn't have been told that, you wouldn't have known that I had an issue, because I stayed back at home just to observe what they said. It's new skin, don't expose it, just stay back. But it wasn't because I was not healed. I was completely healed as that last week. And I just want us to lift up our voices and begin to bless the name of the Lord for me. Because our God is faithful. How can I describe?
know whatever was ministered to you in that testimony, I want you to begin to connect. Now, one of the things I talk about, do you know the common things that we do every day, they look so ordinary, and we don't think there is anything to it. Just one single incident, but for the mercy and the grace of God can change a person's life, can change their outlook. We go out every day and we come back. It's of the Lord's mercies that we're not controlled. How many of us want things every day? How many times every day? But I want you to know and appreciate the grace of God. And to be able to see that God is able to totally transform and restore. So as we take the communion today, Jesus said, this is my body. This is my blood. He came to restore man back from a fallen state and restore man back to his place in God again. And as we take the communion today, I want us to take it as a communion of restoration. Total restoration of life. Total reconnection back to every purpose of God. Total delivery of that which belongs to us. Total cancellation of the mark of the enemy. That the work of the enemy shall not be seen in our lives again. Oh, thank you, Lord.
Sing song.
So let's just take the bread and take the wine. We will all eat it together as we pray. Let's quickly, as fast as we can. I just want to worship the Lord and give thanks to God for his mercies. Because the Bible says the testimony of Jesus. What that testimony is saying to you. Whatever is your need, whatever is your pain, whatever is your bond, I will restore now. I'm here to restore. Whatever is the mark of the enemy on your life, God has come to wipe it out today.
Glorious
a privilege to worship, maker of the universe. It is an honor. It's an honor just to stand here. Holy, you're the Lord God Almighty. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to worship. Maker of the universe. Of the universe. It is an honor. It's an honor just to stand here. With a grateful heart, with a grateful heart, we lift our hands to you. Proclaim the Lord. Come on, everybody, let's lift up our hands to Jesus. With a grateful heart, with a grateful heart, we lift our hands to you. Proclaim it. Lord, to we worship you,
We worship you. We
we
worship you.
magnify you,
We worship you. We worship you. Masotoria Katalabash. You are great and you do great things. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. We're going to be taking the communion now. I just want to read the scripture to us in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 3. It says, and did all eat the same spiritual meat. Verse 4. And did all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was Christ. Now, what God did in the life of our sister is a prophesying to us. Yours might not be a physical burn. It might not be a blemish on the face. It could be a blemish in career. It could be a mark of the enemy that has held something. And what you can, he has changed what you used to be. Because the enemy has thrown something into the family, into the career, into the physical body. It will be anything. But just put yourself, whatever is your situation, and to see what God did to bring a total restoration. And as you take this communion, I want you to release your heart to say, Lord, just as you did in the life of your daughter, I'm trusting you. This blemish that has been here, this mark that has been here, it will not be seen again in the name of Jesus. You will totally wipe it out, and it will be as though it has never existed. Whatever you have lost in the past, it will be as though you have never lost anything. The Bible says they drank of that spiritual rock. I want you to know that the bread that we are holding in our hands and the wine that we are holding is the body of our Lord Jesus Christ and his blood. When the people in the wilderness, when they were drinking of that water from the rock, to them they were just thirsty and it looked like they were drinking water. But God tells us in the New Testament, it was a spiritual drink. I want you to know that the Bible says we should rightly discern the Lord's body. We are eating the Lord's body. Jesus is not physical. He's a spiritual being. And this bread you are carrying in your hand is a spiritual food. This wine you are carrying in your hand is a spiritual drink. And I want us to eat and drink with this understanding that this is spiritual food that will do a spiritual work in my life. What is that work you want us to do? What it will do? It will remove everything that is a blemish. Everything that God has not put there. The man, the circumstances, the devil, or time has put in you. He will remove it. He will restore you whole again. In the name of Jesus. Father, we eat this bread. We drink this wine as a spiritual food and a spiritual drink. We receive you, Jesus. We are eating and partaking of you. And we trust you, the Lord. By reason of this bread and this wine, there shall be a total restoration. In the name of Jesus. You who is the Almighty God. You who is the Creator. Lord, in the name of Jesus, that you will do the work of recreation. And you will do it complete and perfect. And Lord, your name will be glorified in our life. In Jesus' name we pray. Now let's eat the bread and the wine. Also at this time we're going to worship the Lord with our tithes and our offerings. I don't have the time to explain, but you know that every first Sunday of the month we've been given a little time to worship the Lord. Like we explained to us, I won't have time to go into that. Giving and tithing to the Lord is not just putting money in the basket. It's not just putting money in the offering basket. It is a worship. And right now, as we ushers, please wait on us. Those who want to give by check, the Covenant Church. Those of us who are giving by online payment, just you know where to send it to, the giving card, whatever you give. But please don't give the money in the offering basket yet. Package the offering, but don't give it yet. Just hold it, because we're going to spend some time to worship the Lord while your gift is in your hand. Don't give it yet. Just hold it in your hand and we're going to worship the Lord. Let's quickly do that. Want to write the check, or you want to take out your like I told us to, even the church gives his own tithe, so we tithe on behalf of the church. What comes in every month by God's grace, a tenth of it, and we share, we minister to other ministries. Okay. Well, we're told that because of this, that we do, somebody donated this. So now, when we're going to do this, because we don't have more time, we're going to spend maybe about 5. Just worship. Let that offering remain in your hand. The offering and yourself, you are connected. God told, the Bible says in the book of Genesis, it said, and God accepted Abel and his offering. So I want you to first of all spend some time to worship the Lord with that offering. To thank the Lord while it is in your hand. Express yourself, and then when it's time to give it, we'll come and give it. So can we just worship? Can we rise up? Hold that offering in your hand. Don't give it yet. Don't give it yet. Hold it in your hand, or let it be on your tablet, whatever.
We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh God. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh. We
make a demand on God and the word of God. God is encouraging me to tell you today, I want you to believe God. I want you, you know, what we have seen. I believe that God speaks. He said, the Bible says, God who has son, He speaks to us. Even the heavens, they declare the glory of the Lord. The firmament, everything God is using to speak to us. And this testimony today, God is using to speak to us. That He can bring back totally what seems impossible. What looks like, well, you're going to live with this for the rest of your life. God can so change it that you will never know it ever happened. I want us to pray and really believe God today based on the scripture that God has given to us in Malachi chapter 3 about tithing and offering. Malachi chapter 3 from verse 10 to 12. I want us to read that scripture, and in a minute I want to make a demand on the word of God. Can we all read together? 1, 2, go. Approve me now here will serve the Lord of hosts. If I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out the blessing, then there shall not be room enough to receive. And I will rebuild the devourer for your sins, and it shall not destroy the fruits of your ground. Neither shall your vine cast fruit before the time of the day, said the Lord. And all nations shall call you blessed, for you shall be like Jonah, said the Lord. I want you to ask for the things in this scripture. He said, I will open the windows of heaven. Open heavens. That God will pour out blessings. He said that you will not have enough room to contain. Every scarcity will end by this communion. In the name of Jesus, every affliction may come to an end. He said, I will rebuild the devourer for your sake. Whatever the enemy has been using to steal from us, our joy, our peace, our health, our well-being, our resources, our career, God said, I will rebuild you. Can you just pray now and just receive according to that word? In the name of Jesus. Just receive the Lord. Thank you, Lord. As you rebuild the devourer, and say to you, devourer, according to the word of the Lord, you are rebuilt. You are rebuilt, the devourer of health. You are rebuilt, the devourer of joy, the devourer of advancement, the devourer of spiritual growth. You are rebuilt according to the word of the Lord. Father, we receive your heaven open above us. We receive an outpouring that you will pour to us, O God. Divine revelation. Let there be revelation. Let there be insight. Lord, let there be wisdom. Let there be creative idea. Let there be health. Let there be well-being. Lord, in the name of Jesus, oh, let the voice of the Lord come to us. Let there be direction. Let there be light where there has been darkness. Let there be healing where there has been pain. Lord, in the name of Jesus, let there be a total restoration. Whatever has been stolen, let it be restored, oh God. Where there has been a delay, Lord, let it come quick now. In the name of Jesus. Father, we trust you for your miracle at this time. We believe you that none will go from here without a miraculous touch from you. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, precious Lord. We bless you, Lord. We worship and adore you. In Jesus' name we worship. Now we're going to give our offering. This is a praise song to celebrate the Lord. If you want to come and put it